The Islamic Academy of Education was established in 1991 by Mr. Yenapoya Abdullah Kunhi, an entrepreneur philanthropist, with a vision to provide quality higher education. As a non-profit trust, the Academy established Yenapoya Dental College in 1992 and set up medical, nursing and physiotherapy colleges subsequently. Over the years, institutions developed by this trust have created a niche in healthcare education not only in hinterland of Mangalore but also across the globe. In recognition for this contribution to the education system, in the year 2008, the Ministry of Human Resource Development, on the recommendation of the University Grants Commission, conferred the deemed to be university status. Yenapoya University thus became the first unaided deemed university to be established in the Dakshina Kannada district of Karnataka. The university, following the accreditation in 2015 by the National Accreditation and Assessment Council with an A grade, has diversified its academic prowess and scope by establishing Yenapoya Pharmacy College and Research Center and Yenapoya Institute of Arts, Science, Commerce and Management in the year 2017, the Yenapoya Ayurveda Medical College and Hospital and the Yenapoya Homeopathy Medical College and Hospital in the year 2018, the Yenapoya Institute of Allied Health Sciences and the Yenapoya College of Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences in the year 2021. Yenapoya University has secured accolades by various national and international certification and accreditation agencies. The significant ones being consistent ranking within 100 by the NIRF.
We'll wait for something.
We can start, sir. And in YouTube, I just referred now. It's 98 students who are watching, I believe. It's showing as 98 watching now.
Will we wait for 5 minutes more?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ತುಂಬಾ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬಾ. ಹೇ
Good morning, sir. Shall I start?
How many students have joined as of now?
And 84 in YouTube and 35 in Google Meet.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start.
Wait for 2 minutes.
Wait, sir.
Shall we start, Sujana?
Yes, sir, we can start now.
Please start because one more meeting is there. I have 10:30. One more meeting is there.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Over to Rachel, ma'am.
Good morning. It is my honor to welcome you all 2024. Today marks a significant milestone as we gather to celebrate the beginning of a transformative journey for our students. Deeksharam symbolizes not just the commencement of education, but the initiation of dreams, aspirations, and lifelong learning. This occasion marks the union of knowledge and curiosity as we embark on this adventure as a unified community. We are honored to have our esteemed dignitaries and distinguished guest speakers with us today. I deem it a privilege to welcome the Principal and Dean Faculty of Science, Dr. Arun A. Bhagavat, Dr. Sharina P., Vice Principal and Dean Faculty of Commerce and Management, and Vice Principals, Dr. Jeevan Raj and Mr. Narayan Sukumara. Your presence underscores the essential role of community in nurturing the potential of our young learners. As we begin this journey, let us remember that education is about more than just acquiring facts. It's about instilling values, sparking creativity, and developing critical thinking skills. We are committed to fostering an environment where each student feels inspired to achieve. Once again, I welcome you all to Deeksharam. Together, let's make this journey truly remarkable. Thank you. As we proceed with the first session of Deeksharam Day 1, it is my honor to introduce a pivotal figure in our institution, Dr. Arun A. Bhagavat, Principal and Dean Faculty of Science. With a wealth of experience and a passion for education, he has been instrumental in shaping our college's vision and guiding our students towards excellence. Dr. Arun believes in fostering an environment where every student can thrive, encouraging both academic achievement and personal growth. Under his leadership, our college has made remarkable strides, creating a community that values knowledge, creativity, and inclusivity. Now I welcome our esteemed principal to take over the first session.
Thank you, Rachel, for a brief introduction. Welcome you all. Good morning to all the students and aspirants who have joined this institution. At the outset, let me congratulate all of you, including your parents, your relatives and friends who have suggested or guided you to join this esteemed organization. I make a statement as it is an esteemed organization because this organization historically has created a kind of excellence, which is since last 25 years. This institution and organization has involved in imparting education of the high quality and driving the organization towards excellence in various fields of health, allied sciences, so on and so forth. The NPI deemed to be university, to give you a brief overview, is an organization established in Mangalore in the year 1992 as a college, dental college, and subsequently as a medical college, and then physiotherapy nursing college, and slowly it has moved into further to offer programs in the areas of other sciences like arts, commerce, management, then Ayurveda, homeopathy, then naturopathy, pharmacy, so on and so forth. So it offers programs in every possible areas other than law and agriculture. Probably most of the programs the university offers. This is possible because it has consistently growing over last 10 years. Once they achieved what the institution achieved, something called as accreditation with the A grade, and followed by the second cycle of National Accreditation and Assessment Council ranking with the A plus, and it is almost missed the A double plus with the very 0.04 score that actually doesn't make much difference, but it is considered to be an organization of excellence by the government of India, by NAC and subsequent agencies. Also consistently since last 5 years, the organization has been, our institute has been ranked by National Institute of Ranking Framework. We call it as NIRF. Consistently, it has been ranked within top 100. It only reinforces the amount of commitment and the quality which is towards the education, towards its students, as well as other stakeholders like parents, peers, and so on and so forth. It only also ensures that the people who are having a faith, who are joined this institution with some aspirations and to make their careers and shape their careers, have not been disappointed because they have been provided that necessary platform which can help them to go towards the excellence. Now, that is the amount of commitment and confidence with which organization is working. Institution also has a very strong vision and mission and objectives, which reinforces our commitment from faculty, from the other supporting staff, to ensure that the learning happens in this institution. It's not a degrees which are given away. It's a learning is a key learning, and essentially our learnings and curriculums are as per the current needs of the society. What is that? Current needs of the industry, current needs of the aspirations of the students, and it is provided these platforms are created to ensure that the teachers are trained to ensure that the necessary learning happens within the four walls of this institution. Also, there are alumni who are established themselves as an example, as the outcomes of this training, and they are currently in great institutions, global institutions, representing the organization proudly, and also they have made their careers and shaped their careers, and they represent this institution in a different league. As the always proudly say that I am a graduate of this institution, and my life is transformed into something outstanding because of those training happened in these 3 years. Let me congratulate you, all of you who have taken an admission, and also you have chosen certain programs and courses. I also want to just give you a brief introduction of what is that Yenapoi Institute of Art, Science, Commerce and Management, what we are trying to do here. We are an organization established in 2017, and we have been consistently reforming the curriculum, which is as per the NEP 2020. We are among the very few handful of institutions in the country who have made lot of significant changes in the curriculum, teaching, learning, the methods, innovative teaching methods, as well as the extension activity, which has led to an excellence. And the graduates coming out of this institution has been, placed at various global organizations, as well as they have gone for higher studies in great institutions of learning. And the alumni is already occupied several. In last 2-3 batches only, we have seen that outcome, which is highly significant, and it has led to something which is encouraging. And today we have in our roles more than 5,300 plus students who are studying various programs in these 2 campuses. We have 2 campuses. One is at Balmata, one is at Kuluru. The major Balmata campus runs computer science program, hospitality programs, as well as chemistry programs. And Kuluru runs almost all the programs in various departments like computer science. We have departments of humanities, social sciences. We have departments of commerce, management. We have departments of forensic science, microbiology, food science and nutrition, so on and so forth. So there are several departments, more than 9 departments, which are currently offering courses. Most of the teachers have been trained and have a PhD. Either they have a PhD or they are having they have registered for PhD. It itself ensures that the benchmarking of this institution against the best institutions. So it's also, the curriculum is as per the NEP 2020. NEP 2020 envisages that curriculum, the students have a necessary flexibility to move between the programs, between the courses, between the, expose themselves into various other activity other than the core subjects, other than your core, that is co-curricular. It depends, it focuses more on holistic development of the student. That is, your co-curricular, extracurricular activity, curricular activities are in sync with the expected outcome, because many a times it's not only curriculum to build the leadership, the co-curricular activity, extracurricular activity becomes extremely important. That exposure, necessary exposure during this 3-year period is given to the student to ensure that he comes out of this institution as a leader, rather than coming out as a graduate from this, just a graduate from this institution. That's why there are supporting systems, student support system, which are in place, which is a huge role in shaping the career of the student. There is necessary counseling facilities. There is necessary support system created in terms of NSS, in terms of Red Cross, in terms of NCC, probably we will get this year. So there are various support systems. There are sports, physical education. There are, opportunity for going towards the elective courses, where you have electives in the areas of languages, in the areas of music, in the areas of various different areas where student can, whatever he loves to do, he can do other than his curricular activity. So curricular activity also is in tune with the NEP 2020 completely. You have the program which is offered in this institution are creditized. All the students are now under ABC, that is Academic Bank of Credit, so that their credits can be accumulated in their bank, and they can use these credits for moving from one program to one program if they don't like the program, or they want to choose the program which they like to pursue. Now that is the flexibility which is given to them. With that, I think there are a lot of opportunity for you to be involving in various activity and make the right use of your time. What is you are spending these 3 years, you are incubating here to, as a higher education institution, we will provide you all those necessary support to ensure that you come out as a leader of your own and ensure you will go on to contribute to the society. So we are very hopeful. I will again speak to you maybe on 24th again or a 1st of September, August 1st, and ensure that we will give you a overlook as well as the vision, as well as how are we functioning, how this function is going to happen, what are the aims and objectives, how we are driving our curriculum, how the departments are offering you the program, what are the electives available, what are the other activity in shaping you as a lifelong learner, your deep skilling, upskilling, how these are going to happen in this institution, how you transform as an from the school goer to the college goer to an completely different individual at the end of 3 years is going to be driven by this institution, that we ensure that every minute you spend in this is going to shape or help you in becoming a great individual and contribute towards excellence. So thank you. I will talk to you again. Thanks for providing me an opportunity. All the best. I will, my other team members will take on and they will talk to you. We'll come back to you. Thank you. All the best. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, dear sir, for your words of encouragement. Now I invite our enthusiastic Vice Principal, Mr. Narayan Sukumara, to give us his message.
Yeah, good morning to all my students who are attending via online. Welcome to the Yanapaya deemed to be university. This is Deeksharambh 2024. As a part of your academic journey, there will be a session of 1 week on Deeksharambh where experts from all the backgrounds will discuss, will share their ideas and knowledge with you, so that it will help us in learning and motivating us in performing better in terms of be it in terms of academics, be it in terms of extracurricular, co-curricular, so on. So the Yanapaya Institute of Arts, Science, Commerce and Management, which offers various programs, we call it as a program, with the different specialization, be it BCom, BBA, BCA, BA, so on. Each program has its own learning outcomes. We call it as a learning outcomes, where the student is expected to perform. The major learning outcome will be how the student will be able to learn throughout life, and how he progresses, how he improves, how he learns. It matters most. So we call it as program outcomes, and each program will take you through a specific path to achieve your career goals. Maybe, for example, if you have taken admission to BCom, let's say CA, so that's a professional course where you are expected to perform at a professional setting. You need to have a specific skills which will help you to perform well. So in your 3 years or 4 years of this academic life in the institute, you'll meet some seniors, you'll meet some faculties, and they'll guide you. They are here to help you. Especially, let's say we have a set of faculties who are very robust, who are well qualified, who will be your mentors, and they will help you in your academic journey. Apart from the academics, we have extracurriculars, co-curriculars, we have sports events and cultural events. We have some hackathons, ideathons. Okay, throughout your academic journey, you need to participate. As a learner, first and the foremost thing you need to remember is education is always a privilege. Not everyone will get the opportunity to learn, but definitely life will give us an opportunity to learn every day. Okay. So education is always a remarkable privilege, which will help you to expand your knowledge. Okay, why we need to join a college or join an academic institute is to expand our knowledge, to challenge our perspective. See, we have certain assumptions. Some assumptions may be true, some assumptions may not be true. How we will come to know which assumption or which perception is true or which assumption is false? It is through knowledge. So, education is basically an opportunity to expand your knowledge, challenge your perspective, and to explore new areas of interest. Maybe in the industry something new is happening, so we wanted to know where is the how to know. Best ways we'll enroll for a particular program of our interest. Okay, we'll understand what is that new area. Whatever maybe you're studying in your area, always you need to have a curiosity and a hunger for understanding. Curiosity is something we wanted to. We are eagerly waiting to know something. That is known as curiosity, which will help you to understand much better. And always in our learning, we should be proactive. Now, proactive in the sense every day, there is an opportunity to learn something new, which will help us to grow as an individual in our own domain. Okay. In the institute for learning enhancement, we have set of libraries. Some of the there are some well-known books, and you have to visit the library. It has some good books. It will help you to understand your subjects. Apart from which, we have some online platforms. We call it as learning management system, through which a student can actively learn, okay, with the help of online platforms. Apart from which, we have some educational communities, such as we have various clubs, be it an IT club or youth Red Cross, NSS. We also involve ourselves. We need to also involve ourselves in community engagement. Through NSS, there are 21 units of NSS, and there are 21 NSS program officers, and 21,100 students are already enrolled, and they are doing one or the other community service every day. And you should always remember, learning doesn't stop when the bell rings or lecture ends. Okay, this is very, very important. You'll be here for next 3 years. There will be ups and downs. Definitely, I'm going to we'll have a session on mental health issues, and there will be ups and downs. And sometimes you will be in some areas we can perform very well. In some areas we may struggle. When we struggle, always approach our mentor. There will be some set of faculties in our department, maybe in our institute. They'll help you. And we call them as the mentors. They'll guide you. And in your academic journey, always keep yourself a specific goal. You need to have a clear vision on what you wanted to achieve. That's very, very important. So see, let's say for example, I wanted to take a journey from Mangalore to, let's say, Kashmir. So I need to plan in advance, and I need to check out what I need to carry, what I need to do, and how I'm going to travel. My end result, my goal is to reach Kashmir. So in your academic journey, you need to have a clear goal. At the end of 1 year, what you wanted to achieve. At the end of 2 years, or at the end of 3 years, what you wanted to achieve. And you need to have a clear vision and on how to achieve it. Always stay focused and motivated. Okay, you need to maintain your focus level, and you should be motivated enough. Motivation sometimes depends on the external factors. Okay, sometimes depends on the external factors. Most of the time, it's an internal factor. Okay, it's not, it doesn't lie outside. It's within us. Okay, we should be motivated enough. And again, you have a large goal, and you need to divide it into a smaller goals so that you can easily achieve it. And after achieving the smaller goals, okay, you can celebrate because it's a long journey of 3 years. It involves your academics, it involves your extracurricular, it involves your co-curricular, community engagement, so on. And always remember, the progress is basically a process, and you will encounter a lot of setbacks, which are nothing but the opportunity to learn and grow. Okay, basically these setbacks are the opportunity to learn and grow. We should always remember this. Apart from that, as a student, we need to develop some good habits. We need to have certain routines, and consistency is basically the key. Okay, be it in terms of academics or curricular, extracurricular, consistency is the key. Okay, so you should remember, and always take care of your physical health and mental well-being. And for physical health, we have sports, we have well-equipped gymnasium in the university. And for the sports activities, we have, indoor, outdoor sports are available. For example, basketball, badminton, football. Okay, majority of the students are very interested in football. We have a well-equipped football ground. I'll just take you through it. And we actually we take care of our physical and mental wellness. And whenever you have any issues, you can go back to your mentor and you can always ask for the help. Uh, don't be afraid to seek help when you need it, which is very very important. Because you may meet once the classes starts, you may meet some set of faculties. They'll help you. They'll we have something called as mentorship. They want to help you. Okay, and also apart from which. Uh, we have certain infrastructure facilities available, be it in the university, be it in the college. In the college, we have some computer lab facilities are available. We have a huge laboratory available in both the campuses. Basically, we have two campuses. One is in Balmata and one is in Kulur. Some of the programs are being run in the Balmata campus and some programs are in the Kulur campus. In both the campuses, our infrastructure is somewhat state of the art. Most probably, you have visited our campuses during admission counseling, and we hope you saw the infrastructure. And with the infrastructure, we have well-equipped laboratories, be it a computer lab. You are from the science background, you have certain labs, uh, labs of forensic science, microbiology, food nutrition, so on. Apart from which, we have good cafeteria. In both the campuses, we have a cafeteria which can accommodate around 200 to 300 students at a time. Multiple cafeterias are available. And in your educational journey, in your be focused, always be focused. Attend classes regularly, because there are certain, as a student, we need to follow certain rules and regulations. And in your academic journey, attend classes regularly. Don't miss out the classes. And with the introduction of, as our principal already said, with the introduction of NEP, you have given a lot of flexibility to learn uh, uh, from multidisciplinary areas. Let's say you enrolled in a particular program, let's say BCom, and you wanted to learn about uh, how the AI or artificial intelligence that can be applied uh, to finance. Okay, and you wanted to learn that, so the NEP will give an flexibility. At the same time, by enrolling in BCom, you can opt for a particular course in AI so that you can build. Okay, so with the help of NEP, it is more students centric learning, and better you learn to achieve your career goals. And there will be some kind of hindrance or problems you may encounter, because all of a sudden you wanted to learn something new from your conventional learning. So there will be mentors available. They are going to help you. That's it. So I'll share our university website, and then I'll go through the college website, which has almost all the details available. And let me share the website. I'll start with the university website. Our university, are deemed to be university. It's a deemed university. Our main campus is in Jerlakatte. Communication. This is our university website, and once all the students has to go through it once, and these are the office bearers of the university. We have the chancellor, Dr. Enapaya Abdullah Kunni. He is the honorable chancellor, and we have honorable pro chancellor Muhammad Farhad Enapaya, and we have honorable vice chancellor Dr. M. Vijay Kumar. This is basically a famous cancer surgeon, and we have honorable pro vice chancellor Dr. B. H. Sripati Rao. We have the registrar of the university, Dr. Gangadhar Somayaji. We have the controller of examination, Dr. Biti Nandish, and we have the finance officer, Abdul Mohsin B. They are all statutory officers of the university, and we have Dean Student Affairs, Dr. Majid Jose, Chief Administrative Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Pankaj Akshan. He is the Chief Administrative Officer, and Dr. Ashwini Shetty. She is the Director of Outreach and Extension Activities. So these are some of the officers of the university. They may visit your campus. They may be, when they visit, then as a student, we need to wish them. That's the first thing as a student we need to do. And you can see there our principal, Dr. Arun Bhagwat, is the Dean of Faculty of Science, and our one of the vice principal, Dr. Sharina P, and she is the Dean of Commerce and Management. And we have some other officers. Go to the infrastructure. And you have to go through the website, which also has, what are the, in the university, what are the sports infrastructures available. Okay, you can go through it once. And now I'll go to the college website. College website is www.yiascm.edu.in. And regularly you need to visit these websites to know more about the university and the institution. Let me share it. This is the college website. Apart from the infrastructure, we also have certain centers such as YU Hub. YU Hub, it is the innovation and incubation center. Recently, we have set up in our institution, which takes care of innovation. If the student has any startup idea, he can approach such students. They can approach the innovation center. They'll help you in implementing the startup. Apart from which, we have, we have the cyber security center. Then we have the coding center. And the institute offers you can see in the website, we have the programs, various programs that are being offered by the institute. Maybe you have enrolled for one or the other program. The general disciplines will be business and management. Maybe the programs may be BCom, BBA. Some programs may be arts design. Maybe you have enrolled for BA fashion design, BA communication design. Some programs are science programs, BSc food science, microbiology, forensic science, computer science, and IT, and also commerce and finance. Maybe these are some of the programs you took enrollment. Each program has a specific career outcome. I hope based on your interest, you have enrolled for the program. And the majority of the programs are 3 years undergraduate program, as well as 4 years undergraduate degree with honors. Okay, as per NEP, National Education Policy, we offer these programs as 4 years. Okay, as a student, you can opt for 4 years also, but there are some specific requirements in the department, Deeksharambh sessions. You may ask these questions regarding, if you have any doubts and all, you can ask there. These are some of the programs we offer. Along with these programs, in order to have industrial knowledge, we have industrial collaborations with different MNCs. Different MNCs, maybe Microsoft, IBM, so on. You can just check out here. Different departments are available. Different departments are available based on your enrollment, your program. Just go visit these websites, and we have you visit, if you want to know about the faculties and all, you can visit the website. And you can see the collaborations we have is some courses have certain collaborations, and for all the students who have enrolled for various programs, we offer Coursera. It's absolutely free. You can see these are some of the collaborations of the hospitality science, collaborations of Department of Commerce and Management. Throughout your academic journey, we are here to help you, and we are here to help you in excel in your academics, be it in academics, co-curricular or extracurricular. With this, I wish you all the best for your academic journey in Yiascm. Whenever you have any concerns, be it related to the academics, extracurricular, co-curricular, be it with respect to the hostel, even we have the hostel facility. And you can always approach us with your requirement, and we are happy to help you. Wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Startup Stories in association with Olook.in.
Let me tell you a little bit about my personal journey to Silicon Valley from India 22 years ago. Growing up in India, like many of you, I got my first telephone when I was 12. In my case, it turned out to be a rotary phone, so it wasn't that great for selfies, but I still loved to call my friends, play with it, and sometimes that telephone cemented my fascination with technology. I remember in my parents' house in Chennai reading about the invention of the transistor at Bell Labs. Of course, that initial invention helped found what became known as Silicon Valley, and out of that came companies like Fairchild Semiconductor and Intel and all the computers and software that we all use today. You can draw a direct line from that invention to the technology that powers your Twitter feed or your WeChat messages today. A lot of times when I was younger, people would say, this person didn't get into this college or something, and that's the end of the road. I mean, life is so different from that. And so I think it's important to, keep your hopes, keep your dreams, and try to follow them. And, I think most of how life plays out is up to you, not up to what happens outside of you. And I think it's important to keep that in mind and take the long-term view. I still vividly remember as a teenager jumping onto a crowded train at Chennai and traveling for 24 hours to attend my school at IIT Kharagpur. And that opportunity changed the course of my life. You want to aim high enough that you fail, a few times. I think that's the natural part of the process. In fact, Larry used to say, if you work on really difficult things, you're better off because you have no competition. Others aren't working on that difficult a problem. And even if you fail, you end up doing something great in the process. I think, working the real world, I would say, it is important to be well-rounded. It's important to, try different things. Take some risks. I would encourage people to, follow their passions a little bit more, to follow set lanes throughout your career. getting into an elite institution doesn't guarantee success. It matters a lot, but it doesn't guarantee success. And I think it's important to keep that perspective in life. And life's a long road, and so you want to take it at the right pace and enjoy what you're doing. I know how much hard work it takes to pursue your dream of building a business. The long hours, time away from family, the ideas are brilliant that just don't seem to catch on. I remember reading about that and thinking, it's the idea that matters. It didn't matter where you come from or what your background is. One revolutionary idea, one brilliant invention can unleash other entrepreneurs to revolutionize industries in ways you could never predict.
Thank you, dear Narayan sir, for your words, for your valuable insights about the college, and for motivating the students to stay focused on their goals, to expand their knowledge, to be curious and enthusiastic in learning new things, and to always be proactive. Moving on to the next session, second session of today, I'd like to introduce the next guest speaker who is with us this morning, Dr. Bhagya B. Sharma. She is the Deputy Director of the Center for Environmental Studies at Yenapoya deemed to be University with 23 years of teaching experience. She holds MSc and PhD degree Biosciences from Mangalore University. With professional teaching experience spanning more than 2 decades, she guides students for PhD and has mentored UG and PG students for research projects. She has executed 3 funded research projects and authored over 40 research publications in national and international journals. She has 3 book publications to her credit, and she is a certified lead auditor for environmental management systems and is enthusiastic about creating environmental awareness among children and youth. Dr. Bhagya is passionate about Toastmasters and has served as the club president 2022 to 2023 and also completed a youth leadership program. This morning, she will be speaking on the topic of environmental sustainability. Now I invite Dr. Bhagya to take over the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, and thank you for that introduction. Good morning, students. I'm sharing my PowerPoint. Please let me know, am I audible and the PowerPoint is visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's audible and visible.
Thank you. So I will start with my presentation. Dear students, good morning all of you, and welcome to this orientation program. And my presentation will be on working towards environmental sustainability. My presentation will include understanding what is sustainability, what is happening for environmental sustainability at the global level, at the national level, and then we'll taper it down to Yenapoya University, the various activities which are happening here to protect the environment. Okay, so let's start. And the word sustainability, over the past few decades, if you have seen that it has become one of the fancy words, an extraordinary word, which is growing from, I should say, from fringes to the mainstream. It has been incorporated almost in every aspect: sustainable education, sustainable business, sustainable tourism, sustainable development, environmental sustainability. Okay. So what does sustainability actually mean? And what has it got to do with this present era of where we are living? When you look into the history of Earth, Earth is some 4.6 billion years old. And past 10,000 to 11,000 years ago, now it is called as the Holocene era. But because of the increasing human activity, which we call as the anthropogenic activity, the present time is called as the Anthropocene epoch. Okay, Holocene started some 10, 11,000 years ago, but the Anthropocene working group in 2016, they accepted that there is a great change happening now. There is a dramatic increase in the human activity which is affecting the planet. And since 1950 onwards, now it is called as the Anthropocene epoch. If you all remember, students, in 1945, it was the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings which happened, killing around 200,000 people. Okay, and later during 1800s, the Industrial Revolution also started. All these activities started impacting the environment, and so now we call it as the Anthropocene era, where there is a lot of environmental destruction that is happening. It is not just the activities. You can see the world graph which is showing the population since 1950. I told you the present era, the Anthropocene, is since 1950. And you can see how the world population has been increasing, which is around 8.09 million today. And you can see the Indian population also, which is around 1.44 billion. So over the years, there is a drastic increase in the population. But the percentage of land, the amount of land we have, the amount of resource we have is all restricted. And this population has to share all those resources among themselves if they have to sustain. It is not just the humans. When you look at the wildlife, this is the Living Planet Index. And you can see since 1970, if you consider all the animals which were there as 100%, 69% of them we have lost. From the available data, the size of the animal population has declined on an average by 69%. So this is why we call this as the Anthropocene era, and that is where the word sustainability was introduced. What happens with sustainability? Before you look into the meaning, now there's another graph which shows the historical data. This is the decline in the population of the biodiversity, all the animals. If no action is taken, this is the gray line which says it will continue to decline and continue on outcurrent path, and it will be very difficult. By almost 2100, you will have a great loss of biodiversity. If you have some conservation efforts, and this is how you can turn the line, saying that you can sustain some of them. Okay, but if you look at this, the yellow line, okay, this is in order to bend this curve. Okay, you have to have biodiversity conservation methods, but combined with sustainable production and consumption. Only when you have sustainable measures, you can bend this line to this extent. So that is the change what sustainability can do. And the humans are responsible for all this environmental degradation, loss of biodiversity, also change in agricultural pattern depending upon the missions, the fertilizers have all resulted in environmental degradation. And so in 1987, it was the Brundtland report, which was submitted by the Brundtland Commission, which is called as Our Common Future in 1987. And in this report, the first time the definition for sustainability was given. That is, sustainable development is a development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It means the way we are living today, the way we are meeting all our requirements, needs, it is not the greed, meeting our needs today. The way we are having access to water, the way we are having access to agriculture, to the soil, to air, to all the resources. Okay. The same way, the future generation also should be able to meet their requirements. If we are living with that intention, then we are having a sustainable development. If you are sure that the future generation will not have enough soil, enough water, enough air, that means we are highly unsustainable. Okay. So that is the meaning of the word sustainability, and we'll try to understand it more. What is it made up of? So sustainability is having three pillars. This is as per United Nations. The three pillars are the economy, environment, and the equity. When you usually think about a business, we only talk about the profit, but not just that. You also have to think about the environment. You also have to think about the people, the society. It is the recent era has been sharp shoot only with economical growth. We measure success only from the amount of profit which we have received. But that is not sustainable development. Only when you have all these three are equally important. These are mutually reinforcing pillars and each influences every part of our society. Okay, you have to take care of the environment, you also have to have profits, and at the same time you also have to take care of the people, their welfare, their access to all the resources. Only when these three and all the three are interconnected, they all are dependent on each other, they also have impact or effect on each other. That's the law of nature. Only when all the three are taken care, you can attain sustainability. Either it is called as the 3P or the 3E, that is people, planet, and profit, or the social, that's the equity, environment, and the economy. Only when all the three are balanced, sustainability can be attained. And sustainability is not just about understanding what they need and managing them. It is to understand how they influence each other and how they are connected with each other. Okay. For example, a person making clay pots. Okay, he will be making some money. And imagine if each pot he is selling at 200 rupees. The cost of making is 200 rupees and he'll be selling it at 210 rupees. He'll be getting an income of only 10%. Okay, which we cannot say is a very profitable business. It is not economically sustainable. Okay, if he raises the cost of it and he requires more mud, then he also starts marketing it, he starts packing it in wooden boxes and sending it to the society. Now his business has gained profit, but it is not environmentally sustainable now. It has become economically sustainable, but not environmentally sustainable because he is using a lot of natural resources, he's using a lot of trees, but he's not replenishing it back. He should either think of using alternate materials or he should see to it that he is doing the reforestation approach where whatever he gets from the nature, he even replaces it back. He requires a lot of water also for his business. So he has to do rainwater harvesting. Okay. So if he does all that, then it is environmentally sustainable. Now coming to the third part, he would have employed a lot of labor as his business expands. Okay. If he is paying them mere wages, not taking care of their welfare, then it is not socially sustainable. Okay. So all these three have to be balanced. There should be economic sustainability, there should be environmental sustainability, and also the people also should be taken care of. Only when these three are in balance, you can attain sustainability. So that was about what is sustainability and the three pillars of sustainability for you all to understand the basics. Okay. But are we living sustainably? Each one of us on this earth, we use a lot of resources. We are actually over consuming every aspect. We need more land, we need more water, we need a lot of resources. Everything on this earth, what is available. Okay. But to be sustainable, what is important is we need to take care of the replacement rate. When you use some water from nature, you also have to allow that water which has been withdrawn to be replaced. It needs time. Or you can also replace it by doing like rainwater harvesting. This can be applied to any resources. If you're using wood, allow the trees to grow. So there is a time, there is a replacement rate, but we are over consuming, over harvesting, which is displacing this replacement rate. As long as this is allowed, as long as you have an equilibrium for the extraction and replacement, then only you have sustainability. Maintaining this equilibrium is being sustainable. So allow the replacement rate to happen in nature or help in the process of the replacement so that the equilibrium is maintained. This is a simple way to understand whether we are living sustainably or not. And how can we achieve this sustainability? The journey towards sustainable future is paved with myriad of strategies. Okay, whether it is the energy we are using, the food we are using, the resources, whatever we are doing. Okay, how do we know whether it is sustainable or not? For example, if you are using renewable energy, you are sustainable. If you are promoting sustainable transportation, maybe you are carpooling or you're not driving for a very short distance. Okay, it is sustainable. You have to practice reduction of the waste and recycling. Promote, don't throw waste. Okay, reduce the use of plastic. You can attain sustainability. Advocate for conservation of the environment. Educate and raise awareness about environmental issues. Promote ethical consumerism. See, when you go to buy a shirt, for example, okay, the shirt will have some 10, 15 plastic pins which will hold it in a particular shape. And inside the shirt, you will have a plastic cardboard. And near the collar, you will see that there is a plastic fold to hold the collar. And all this will be put into a box. The box will be given in a carry bag. Okay. All that you do is you bring it home, you throw the box, you throw the cover, you throw the cardboard, you throw the plastic, you throw the pins, and you use only the shirt. See to it that when you buy, you only buy the shirt. Do carry your own carry bags. Do not generate a large quantity of waste. Okay, so waste reduction is very, very essential. As long as you carry your own water bottles, your own carry bags, you are sustainable. Empower women and girls, invest in innovation, and advocate for responsible policies. We will go through some of them in the future slides, how we can attain sustainability. Okay. When it comes to energy, it is use of solar energy, or you can use hydro energy, hydroelectric power. You can use wind energy or the geothermal energy. Interior of the earth is also very hot. There is a lot of heat which can be used for the generation of electricity. You can use the tidal energy. All these are the renewable energies which are cheap and at the same time they do not cause any pollution. And they are easily available and they can be replenished back. Unlike the conventional energy sources, mainly the fossil fuels, which are limited in quantity and also cause a lot of environmental pollution. So using the biomass energy or any of these energies will help you to be more sustainable. When it comes to another example, if I have to give you, it is about the fashion industry. I know all of you like to have a lot of clothes. Also, there is a brand called Unlimited, isn't it? Where it says that, or it will even make you say that you are never satisfied with how much ever clothes or shoes or bags or anything you have. Unlimited. I don't know if any one of you can say that I'm very happy with whatever clothes I have. I don't need new ones. It doesn't happen because that has become the lifestyle. And how fast fashion is fueling our ecological crisis is you see every second A truckload of abundant textiles is dumped in the landfill or incinerator every second. Okay. And the clothes which we are using, they are also not eco-friendly. There is a lot of plastic. The nylon clothes, the synthetic clothes which we are using, whether you are using your leggings or jeans, they all contain plastic fibers. And because of the bright colors also what is required, there is a plastic fiber, toxic dyes, and a lot of wastewater with all this are also harming the environment. While fast fashion means big business, underpaid workers continue to be exploited. So that tells you the society is not sustainable. This tells you that the environment is not sustainable. Okay. And also look into this. It is estimated that people are buying 60% more clothes and are only wearing them for half as long. So you have a lot of stuff which actually you are not using, or you're buying a lot of stuff which you actually don't need it. Okay. UNEP is working to bring about sustainability even in the fashion industry. Okay. Creating clothing that reduces the impact on the environment. Also being very mindful of the people who are working for the garments. Okay. So energy, I told you, clothing, I told you. In a simple way, if I have to tell you, any fashion is made ethically and is environment friendly, then you are sustainable. Now, how to look into this? Students, you can Google and just check sustainable footwear, sustainable clothing brand. You can search for sustainable clothing brand in India. So what is available? Go for them. And for an industry to be sustainable, it is not easy. It is very costly because making sustainable products, it will have a lot of overheads. So there will be reduce in the profit margins, but it is we who have to pay for it. The consumers should be willing to pay to make the change. Okay, unless and until we are committed that we will go only with eco-friendly products, even the brands cannot go sustainable. You have a lot of sustainable companies. You can search for them, sustainable companies with respect to anything. Okay, but most of the time I can guarantee you that you would not even know the name of those companies. You know only the branded, some names which are doing a lot of profit. Okay, but unless and until you make a commitment that we will go only, or I will buy only environmentally sustainable products, or I will buy from a company who is a sustainable company. Usually they will have the green markets where they have the patches or the logos saying that they are sustainable. They cannot simply claim that they are sustainable. Okay, they will have to submit their reports. You can search for a company in detail whether they are sustainable or not. And once you start buying from them, okay, it says that you are also sustainable. At the same time, you are supporting the company who is also making a mark by working on its ecological footprint. So this was for you all to explain what is sustainability and what is environmental sustainability, and one or two examples for you to understand how you can become sustainable, to see to it that you also do not increase your carbon footprint or the ecological footprint. Anyone has any questions so far?
Yes, ma'am. Students are actually, few students are being present here in Google Meet, and others are watching it through YouTube, ma'am.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, if they have any questions, they can type it in the chat box also, students. And since you all cannot interact, I will continue. We will move on now with the global perspective and the national perspective when it comes to sustainability. Okay. I'm not sure if you all have heard of Sustainable Development Goals. The United Nations has developed the Sustainable Development Goals. Earlier, it was the Millennium Development Goals. There were only 7 or 8, which was mainly concerned with the economic profit. There was very little concern for environment. But the Sustainable Development Goals, which has been developed by the United Nations General Assembly, it's given here, you can see this, okay? This is with a broader perspective. And there are 17 sustainable development goals, which has got around 169 targets. It's a transformative agenda, Agenda 2030. And there are 193 member states in the UN General Assembly. Almost all the countries in the world, they have committed to work on the sustainable development goals, which has come into effect from January 2016, and hoping that all these goals will be achieved by 2030. But during the COVID, it was a challenge because the health concern and the environment aspect, everything was challenged to attain these goals. But still, we have crossed through it. And 2030 is the year where we are hoping to attain all these sustainable goals. And how we can attain this can also be measured. We have 169 targets, okay, and 292 also other goals are there, through which we can measure whether are we attaining the sustainability or not. And at the core of this global agenda is the principle that no one is left behind. In the earlier Millennium Development Goals, it was mainly concerned with the developed countries. The developed countries flourished, whereas the underdeveloped countries actually lagged behind. But this agenda is for every individual across the globe. Leave no one behind is the core objective of Agenda 2030. So development in all its dimensions will include all people everywhere and should be built through the participation of everyone, especially the most vulnerable and the marginalized population of the world. And this agenda recognizes that it is no longer sufficient just to focus on economic growth. That is what I explained till now. Just economic growth will not be sufficient. You need to have a fairer and more equal societies, safer and more prosperous planet. So the environmental stability, the society's ability, along with the economic growth, only then you will be able to attain all the sustainable development goals. And in India, you have the Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog is the National Institution for Transforming India, NITI. And this is a policy think tank of the Indian government. And they are mainly, they provide different programs and policies of the government. And they are the nodal institution in the country for implementing and achieving the SDGs, that is mainly the 2030 agenda. It's not just the central government can work. You need to have the state governments. They are key to India's progress on the SDGs, and as they have been placed, put people first and ensuring that no one is left behind. All the state governments are also involved, and these are all the sustainable development goals which has to be acted upon by the state governments, supporting the central government and helping the country achieve all these goals. Okay. And just not the state governments, every individual also has to work through it. And from the UGC, that is the University Grants Commission, it has called for all the higher education institutions also to participate in fulfilling the SDGs. We have quality mandates. We have Satat, one of the quality mandates, which has guided the institutions in development of a sustainability action plan, and also have to have a sustainability committee where the higher education institutions also will think about these sustainable goals and also work towards it. Okay. So every individual, every institution, every company, everyone can involve in helping achieve these sustainable development goals, which will start from the local level, go to national level, and finally help at the global level to achieve all this. Quickly, we'll go through what are these sustainable development goals. Okay. The first goal is no poverty. That is to end poverty in all its forms everywhere. Okay. So that people get fair jobs, and the extreme poverty should be completely eradicated. And the second one is zero hunger. This is to end hunger so that there are a lot of population who don't even get a single meal per day. So the end hunger is to achieve the food security and also malnutrition. Malnutrition has to be reduced, which causes a lot of diseases, and maintain sustainable agriculture. Okay, that is the major aim of the SDG 2. SDG 3 is concerned with good health and well-being, where every individual should have access for healthcare. And similarly, Sustainable Development Goal 4 is for quality education, where again every child across the globe should have access to quality education. 5 is related to gender equality, where there is no inequality between the genders, empowering the women all and girls so that they are also treated equally. The sixth one is environmental concern. Mainly, it is with clean water and sanitation. Every individual on this planet should have access for clean water. That is the main objective of SDG 6. SDG 7 is again affordable and clean energy. We just discussed about renewable energy. Okay, which is affordable. It may be in some areas you may have solar, some areas you may have tidal, some areas you may have wind energy. So whatever is available, go for it, because it is a clean energy which does not cause environmental global warming. It does not cause environmental issues like increased greenhouse effect or global warming. SDG 8 is related to decent work and economic growth, where, as I mentioned to you earlier, economic growth is also important, not just taking care of the people or not just taking care of the society. Profits are also equally important for sustainability. The ninth is industry, innovation, and infrastructure, the SDG 9, where it is concerned with building resilient infrastructure. Okay, promoting sustainable materials in construction. We must have heard of green buildings. Okay, innovations to be done so that it helps to have green buildings which also have less impact on the environment. Similarly, SDG 10 is reduced inequalities within and among the countries, like just like gender equality. So all the countries should be treated equally. SDG excuse me. SDG 11 is with sustainable cities and communities. You must have heard of like smart city constructions, okay, where human settlements should be inclusive, it should be safe, it should be resilient and sustainable. And SDG 12 is with responsible consumption and production. Here comes your replacement rate. When you are consuming the resources, okay, and producing the products from it, see to it that it does not harm the environment and allow the environment for the replacement rate. Allow it to replenish the resources back. Okay, this SDG 12. SDG 13, again, it is related to environment, where it is climate action. You know, climate has changed over the years. The rains have become erratic, temperatures are growing very high. So urgent action to combat the climate change, that is to reduce mainly the burning of fossil fuels, is very, very essential. And you have the Kyoto Protocol, where almost all the countries have signed that they will work on their greenhouse gas emissions, except Canada and China, because they are the highest polluters, they are the highest greenhouse gas emitters, but they have withdrawn from the protocol. And SDG 14 is life below water. 70% of the globe is water, and you have a lot of living organisms below the water. Conserving them and maintaining the ocean sustainable, not treating ocean as a dump yard and dumping all the waste into the oceans. The marine resources also have to be taken care for sustainable development. And you have SDG 15, that is life on land, where you have to protect and restore and promote sustainably the terrestrial ecosystems, the ecosystems which are on land, sustainably manage the forests, reduce deforestation. The theme for this World Environment Day was to reverse desertification, to restore the land which has undergone drought. Okay, so maintaining the ecosystems, the terrestrial ecosystems, and halting the reversal of land or the desertification process, and also loss of biodiversity, loss of species has increased. You have seen in the earlier graph where almost 69% of the biodiversity we have lost from the 1700. Okay, so sustainable solutions to protect all life on land. And SDG 16 with concern with peace, justice, and strong institutions, where inclusive societies, promoting peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development and having access to justice. Okay, That is also an important concern where accountable and inclusive institutions should be available at all levels. And lastly, you have the SDG 17. You can see this. It is an interconnection of all, that is a partnership for achieving the goals, strengthening the means of implementation and revitalizing the global partnership to achieve the
Excuse me, ma'am.
sustainable goals. Okay. Now, these were the
Excuse
17
me, ma'am.
SDGs.
Sorry to disturb you.
All the countries have been working since 2016.
Bhagya, ma'am.
How do we know?
Bhagya, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I guess your slides are not moving, ma'am. Is it in the zero hunger, no poverty and zero hunger slide?
No, it is in SDG 17.
No, ma'am. We are in zero hunger. The slide is being shown as no poverty and zero hunger slide.
Oh, okay. I'll just quickly go through the slides then. Maybe you all have heard what I've spoken.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is SDG 3 and SDG 4. SDG 5, gender equality, and SDG 6 is clean water.
No, ma'am. Still it is in the same.
Shall I reshare?
Yes, ma'am. Hold on. Gender equality. Yes, 5, 3, 4.
I'll start from 1.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so the SDG 1 was no poverty, 2 was zero hunger. This was just to show you all. 3 was good health and well-being. 4 was quality education. 5 was gender equality. 6 is clean water and sanitation. Affordable and clean energy was 7. 8 was decent work and economic growth. 9 was industry innovation and infrastructure. 10 was reduced inequalities. 11 was sustainable cities and communities, and 12 was responsible consumption and production. 13 on climate action. 14 life below water. 15 life on land. 16 was peace, justice, and strong institutions, and 17 was partnership among the countries to attain the sustainable development goals. Was it clear? Could you all see all the slides?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now since 2016, the countries are working on the sustainable development goals. How do we know what level have they achieved? How do we know which are the goals that they are working on, which are the goals that they have achieved? Okay. So you have a website where it is SDG dashboards, where you can go to every country and you can see what is the status of every goal in that particular country, whether they have achieved, are they working on it, is it not working, what is happening. So you get the report of SDG for every country when you go to this SDG dashboards and trends. Okay. Now, if you look at India, the last ranking every year, remember that the UN comes with, the United Nations comes with a report for every country. Okay. The overall scores, they come for all the 17 SDGs, and which you can see in that dashboard. This is the latest report for India, where you can see India stands 109 out of 166 rank, and the SDG index score is around 64. Okay, you can see the SDG index score is 64 from 2000 afterwards when it has been working. 109 is the ranking. Now, what does this say? The overall score measures the total progress towards achieving all the 17 SDGs. Okay. The score can be interpreted as percentage of SDG achievement. Now you have got 64%. That means that much of SDG we have achieved. A score of 100 indicates that all SDGs have been achieved. So we are still in the process, and after this, it is very tough to go higher because we have to reduce or work on our greenhouse gas emissions. Okay, we have to work on deforestation. We have to increase the green cover. We have to protect our oceans. So everything you have seen in the SDGs, all the 17 SDGs, and so far around 64% is the score which India has gained. So this is about sustainability, what is happening at the global level, sustainable development goals, and how India is also working towards it. Now, I said, as I told you, from the international level, we are now tapering to the higher education institutions, and as per UGC mandate, what we all are doing, and what are the activities which our university, Napoya University, is doing to attain sustainability. Now, before I go to the activities, let me just tell you something. Since the inception, the seeds of clean campus and green campus has been sown by our Honorable Chancellor, Mr. Yenapoya Abdullah Kuni, right at inception, even before the university had formed. And over the years, we Yenapoyans have maintained it and we have been working towards it. So, whatever the seeds were sown then, it was not with the intention of attaining some sustainable development goals or for reporting to UGC or for with any other purpose. It was voluntary. So Enopoya has been trying to attain sustainability right from its inception. Okay. And as I mentioned to you earlier, all the three, the profit, the environmental, and social, has to be balanced. The socially responsible operation. What is the institution doing for the social responsibility and environmental conservation and profit and loss? I will be looking only into the 1 and 2 aspects, especially the second one, and some aspects of the first one. This is called also in business called as the triple bottom line. Okay, so we'll just quickly look into the university activities. Since I'm from Center for Environmental Studies, I'll be starting from here. The Center for Environmental Studies is concerned with academic and research activities related to environment. We also carry out the environmental audit. Environmental audit is nothing but like a marks card. Every year we do environmental audit where we see whether are we doing anything unsustainable? Are we achieving the goals what we wanted to achieve? Are we doing anything wrong? Where we can do good, we can do better. Okay, where we can perform more. So it's like a marks card what we do for our environmental activities. That is the environmental audit. We also train our faculty, which is called as capacity building, because unless and until they know what activities they are doing, okay, the outcome will not be effective. And we also have outreach activities. Now, if I broadly classify the environmental management system of the university, I can broadly divide it into water management, solid waste management, power management, and green cover. We will look into each aspect. When it comes to water management, we have the fresh water where we use for consumption. The sources are open wells and bore wells. We also have treatment. The water what is drawn from the bore wells, they cannot be used directly. They have to be treated, and for that we have the water treatment plants. Okay, and after the treatment only, the water will be sent through the pipelines to the overhead tanks for domestic usage. The wastewater which is generated because of the use, that also has to be treated. It cannot be directly disposed into the environment. So we have around 4 sewage treatment plants and we have 1 effluent treatment plant where the wastewater is treated, and after treatment, that water is used for irrigation and toilet flushing. Okay. We also have water harvesting and conservation methods where we have rainwater harvesting, roof water harvesting. We also have conservation strategies where using aerators and sensor taps help to reduce the use or conserve water. Okay. But for drinking water, we have AquaGuard and RO or reverse osmosis processes. These are the photos of the water treatment plant, the effluent treatment plant, and the sewage treatment plants of the campus. This is the rainwater harvesting pond. And we also have small trenches which help in absorbing the rainwater and which will also help to recharge the bore wells. This is the roof rainwater harvesting. The roof water will be sent through these filters and they go and recharge the bore wells. As I mentioned to you, the aerators which are used and also the sensor taps, okay, and the sprinklers, the floaters, these all help in conservation of water. We do not waste water. Next, coming to solid waste management, we have these are the different categories of waste. Mainly, we have the hazardous waste, that is the biomedical waste, which is hazardous, which cannot be treated. We have to only segregate it as per the regulations and hand it over to the authorized vendors. You cannot dispose the biomedical waste along with the garbage anywhere. It's an offense. Okay, and we have been doing it as per the compliances. We have the general waste or the domestic waste, which is handed over to the recyclers, which includes all the paper, plastic, all the other food waste and everything is given here. The e-waste is also another category of waste which cannot be mixed with other waste, and that also has to be collected separately and handed over to only authorized people who can collect it, and they will recycle the electronic waste. Okay. We also do recycling. Not only managing the different types of waste as per the regulations, we also have recycling units where biodegradable waste. We have garden waste, we have vegetable waste from the central kitchen, leftover food waste. Okay, all these are recycled within the campus. We have food waste recycling units, we have vermicomposting units. Okay, so how sustainable any institution is, we can make out from its overall efficiency. Okay, when a system becomes inefficient, it will start operating or it will start consuming more of the resources, and it will produce a large quantity of waste. When you see a large quantity of waste which is unmanaged, you can guarantee that that organization is unsustainable. Okay, because once you use things, you cannot disappear it after we use it, will be there somewhere. So there are different types of managing it. There is something called linear economy and the circular economy, where the linear economy says that you just take the resources, you make use of it, and then you dispose it. But that is not sustainable. It is very detrimental to the environment. You need to have an approach of circular economy where you reuse the materials as much as possible. Either you maintain it, you reuse it, you can refurbish it, you can remanufacture from it, you can recycle, you can make a new product like vermicompost. From the waste, we make a new compost. Okay, so that is a circular economy which Inapoya University is committed for. Okay, so these photos will show you the waste management. This is the biomedical waste, segregation of the waste. It is collected at a common point and it's handed over to the vendors. Segregation of waste, even the domestic waste, paper waste separately, plastic waste separately is done in the campus. The food waste is also segregated and it is composted, and it will be handed over to the authorized vendors. This is the electronic waste and the hazardous waste, which will be collected and again given only to the concerned person. The garden waste, you must have seen in the campus, you will see meshes like this where using vermi wash from the vermicompost unit, we degrade them in different locations. Wherever in the garden, we have certain spaces where the leaves and all will be dumped into this, and the vermi wash liquid will be added where the degradation takes place in the same place. And this is our vermicomposting unit. We have a vermicomposting unit which was started in 2014, and you can see here 6 tanks are there, and in each tank you have different types of waste which are added. You have the garden waste, the vegetable waste, a small quantity, little bit of paper waste, okay, where decomposition happens with the help of earthworms, and you get the vermicompost. See here, you cannot see any paper, vegetable, nothing. And when this is sieved, you get this fine vermicompost which can be used for the garden. So this is recycling, where your circular economy, where you are converting one waste to another product which can be reused. And this helps in nourishing the soil. It nourishes the plant. It is very sustainable. It does not cause any harm to the environment. All the nutrients, what is needed by the plant, by the soil, microorganisms, everything is provided by the vermicompost. This is our food waste composting unit. We have more than 35 tanks where food waste is composted. We have a machine for breaking down or churning the food waste like bones and leftover other large materials, which will be broken to small pieces, and after that it will be composted using a microbial mixture or even black soldier fly. We have maggots which help in composting it, and compost is also produced from the leftover waste. Coming to the energy aspect, we have energy supply from MESCOM. We have diesel generators, and we also harness solar energy. Around 9% of our energy requirement comes from solar energy. We have solar panels for generation of electricity. We also have solar panels for generation of hot water in the hostels. Okay. Our conservation methods include using solar panels and LED lighting, which also helps to reduce the consumption of energy. So this is the grid from where the energy is supplied. You have solar panels in hostels for generation of hot water, diesel generators because we need to have 24 hours energy supply for the hostels and the hospitals. Okay, so to ensure that we need to have the diesel generators. You have solar panels on the roof for the generation of electricity also. We have eco-friendly transportation. We provide buses for the transportation of staff and students so that the community of the vehicles will reduce on the ground. We also have small vehicles for transportation. So there will be a pooling of people for transportation. We have electric buggies for movement within the campus. We have electric bicycles and scooters. These are also used only for commuting within the campus. We also have the laundry and the central kitchen, where some quantity of renewable energy is used. The chemicals which are used in the laundry are also eco-friendly, and the central kitchen also follows a menu so that there will be no wastage of huge quantity of waste. And both of them require a lot of energy, especially the steam. And the steam is generated by using from the boilers by using briquettes. If you can see here, these briquettes are made up of sawdust, oil cake, and the leftover agro waste. Okay, so we don't use coal or we don't use electricity for generation of steam. So this briquettes are used for the generation of steam, which is used for cooking as well as for ironing in the central kitchen and central laundry. Coming to the biodiversity and maintaining a green campus, this is the main campus where you can see over the years we have Areca arboretum, we have different types of plantations. More than 350 species of plants are maintained in the main campus. Auditing of other campuses is going on, and I'm sure there is a lot of biodiversity there. And we are also developing by the greenery by developing the indigenous or growing or planting the indigenous plants. Recently, on Vanamohotsava last week, we have brought some 500 saplings from the forest department, which we are planting in the Naringana campus, where we have the Ayurveda, homeopathy, pharmacy degree colleges there. Some of the flowering plants we have in the campus and fruiting plants, the mushrooms of the campus. I think we are one of the institutions where we have also documented the mushrooms. They are neither plants nor animals. Okay, they are also very important part of the ecosystem. This is the biodiversity. There is much more. I will not be able to show all in the one. See, we have the mungus, we have bats, we have cobras, we have the monitor lizard in the campus. Okay, snakes and frogs, honeycombs. There are a lot of honeycombs in the campus. And we also recently, from this year, we started with campus bird count, where we involved students, and morning 7 o'clock we go through the eco club to identify birds and document the different types of birds in the campus. 3 books have been published on the medicinal plants of the campus, the macrofungi, the mushrooms of the campus, and the flora and fauna, which has been documented so far. We encourage students to write on their experiences when it comes to environmental issues or their hobbies, anything which related to environment. So we have a newsletter which is called Green Horizon, and we also publish our reports annually of all our activities, important environmental days which are observed, and the competitions, everything which has been conducted. Here are some of the activities like International Bird Day, World Environment Day, plantation of saplings by everyone, the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Registrar Sir then. Okay, so everyone will be involved. World Water Day, International Day for Biological Diversity. Vanamohotsava is celebrated like a festival where on that day we distribute saplings. We also distribute vegetable seed packets, different types of vegetable seed packets, and the cuttings of the plants which we have in the campus are also shared on that particular day. Various guest lectures on important topics are also regularly conducted for environmental awareness and knowledge. And through the Eco Club, we provide field visits. See, this was visit to Butterfly Park. There was also trekking to Ermai waterfalls last year. And Degree College Eco Club is very active. Please, all of you join the Eco Club. They do a lot of activities. It not only brings you close to nature, you also have leadership qualities which will develop in your Eco Club. Your coordinator and everyone is very supportive, and the principal is also very supportive for the Eco Club activities. All of you do participate. We provide training in vermicomposting, trekking, field visits, competitions. Recently, we had plantation of saplings in the divider area, road divider area, visit to STPs and understanding the recycling process. Okay, these are some of the activities which we carry out through the Eco Club, and even interaction with the village people, local, like what water conservation they are doing, interaction with the municipality commissioner. Students were interacting and asking about they are doing with solid waste and all. Training on cloth baking and plantation, just to show you all some activities. And plantation of saplings is a continuous process which we are doing right from the beginning. We even distribute saplings for guests, and you can see here from the ministers, Mr. Kader or Honorable Chancellor. Here you can see, and students, okay, Vice Chancellor sir, whether it is the security guard or the drivers, everyone is involved in the plantation drive. And if I say from, we have grown thousands of plants over some 4-5 years, almost maybe 5,000 we have grown. We also have a vegetable garden where students, they come and sow the vegetable seeds and we maintain it because they will not be able to maintain. And all these vegetables will be sent to the central kitchen for some uses. You can see cabbage, chili, some. We want to expand it further. We also have green community projects where students are involved and we go and plant samplings in Panchayat. This is Belma Panchayat, this is Kotekar Panchayat, this is a ashram, this is a government school. Okay, so we distribute saplings outside also, and we have the community project, green community project. Not just for plants and animals, we also take care of animals where monetary benefits are given. For example, in Pilikula Nisargadama, we provide money for the welfare of the animals to be taken care of them. Okay, and in last 3 to 4 years, we have planted around 5,000 saplings in and outside the campus. So that is our social responsibility, institution social responsibility. In addition to other health aspects, I'm just touching the environmental aspects here. University has been awarded with awards. We have received the environmental award. It's Registrar Sir who is receiving the award in the hands of the environmental minister then, Mr. Ramanath Rai, Swachhata ranking award. We have also participated in the sustainability ranking at the global level, and university received 333rd rank at the world. And when it comes to SDGs, Enepoy University is ranked between 301 to 400 for the various SDGs. You know now which are the various SDGs. Okay. And the university lists in 301 to 400 band. That is a time higher education global impact ranking. What is this ranking? It is a global performance table to assess the universities against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So that is our ranking at the global level when it comes to SDGs. So that was about how the university is working for environmental sustainability. And here I just wanted to tell you all about the theme for World Environment Day. June 5 is World Environment Day. And the theme was of desertification and resilience of the drought land, restoration of the land. But the slogan was, we are generation restoration. That means we are the generation at present who can restore this land. Together, let's build a sustainable future for land and for humanity. Together, let's take action for a better future for all. So I want you all to participate in sustainability and say tomorrow that I am a sustainable person. We are generation restoration. Be proud to say that I will bring about this restoration of our environment by participating. I hope you all will join our sustainable revolution. Those who can reply, please do reply, or at least reply in the chat box. Will you all join our sustainable revolution? No one can reply. Someone replied, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you all are going to be a part of this sustainable revolution. And please be a part of the Eco Club, where you can do a lot of activities and be proud to say that you are generation restoration and you are sustainable. With this, I finish my talk. I thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you, college, for conducting such a responsible topic for the students so that they also participate in this sustainable revolution. Thank you all, and I hand over the virtual screen to the organizations.
Thank you, Dr. Bhagya, ma'am, for taking the time to speak to us about environmental sustainability. We greatly appreciate your commitment to raising awareness and advocating for sustainable practices. Your contribution has further motivated us to consider how we can integrate these principles into our own initiatives and daily practices. Next, we will have a mindful session by our beloved Vice Principal, Dr. Jeevan Raj.
Good afternoon. Can you hear us? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, good afternoon, one and all present here. First of all, I would like to welcome all the students for Yiascm family, because once you joined Yanapoya Institute of Art Science, so we are considering as a family. It means that when you wear that, our ID card, our uniform, you belongs to Yanapoya. So here today I am going to present related to anti-ragging, code of conduct, and student support systems. So can I share the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, fine. See, university, this is a quite discipline aspects. See, once you join Yanapoya University,
Sir,
yes?
sir, could you please put it to slideshow, sir?
Now?
No, sir. No.
Now just see that.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's visible, sir, now.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
See, once you join Yanapoya University, there are some rules and regulations for everybody. It is not only for students, even for the faculty, even for the non-teaching staff, even for the any employee or anybody belongs to Yanapoya, there is a certain rules and regulation which has to follow by the each and every individual. So even if joined as a students, since in other college you might know about that, in PUC also there you had some certain rules and regulations which you followed, that institution rules and regulations, and that UGC rules and regulations, as well as the normally you know that the traffic rules and regulations, everybody normally we have to follow. So here we are having some robust rules and regulations, so which is a SOP which we have developed throughout the university as well as the institute. So the title and objective of the my entire session is one. So after hearing this session, so you should know to understand what is the ragging and what consequence you have to face if you're involved in the ragging aspects, and how to prevent this ragging policy, and what are the rules and regulations followed by the students, and what are the support system is involved in our institutions. So first I will take up the topic of ragging. Especially it is there is no zero tolerance when it comes to ragging as well as the substance abuse or any indisciplined behavior. There is no tolerance in the institute. And you've heard about that the concept of ragging. See, why we are having these sessions since beginning. Maybe you are the freshers. Now, when it comes to, see, last year, you are the seniors. When you are in the PUC, you are the seniors. Now, you are come to as a junior, in the sense, the freshers. Normally, there is a concept of the senior students, they're teasing the our fresher students, and their manhandling or some other activities. Normally, it will happen in some other institute. But here in Anapoya, we will not tolerate such activities. Why we are having this session, especially you can think about that. This session, normally we have to conduct for final years and second year students. Why they are having for the first years? Now, same sessions we are conducting whoever have existing second year and final years also. Along with the first years also, we are having such activities because, see, in spite of you are the newcomers, freshers, and how the institute will support for you as a newcomer, and what is the response here. It does not mean that ragging only arises the senior students doing the ragging to the freshers. Sometimes it will be reverse also. So both also consequence as it is a ragging only. And very importantly, see, sometimes may knowingly or unknowingly, next year's automatically you will be in the second year positions. So that time you should not treat your junior students like in the ragging aspects. So that is a main aspects we are having this session. So that we are having the separate cell called anti-ragging cell, which is in the university as well as our institution level also. Now, what is a ragging? So there is several definitions. Even UGC also prescribe about what is ragging. Even institutes also define that. The several definitions, the several meaning you will get to know about that. But now I will simplify that sentence. So ragging is any form of harassments, typically involving senior students targeting the newcomers in the college or in any institute. It can be verbal abuse or physical harm or forcing the newcomers to perform embarrassing tasks or any task. They may tell you to remove your beard, or they may tell you to go from here to Kannur stations, or they may do that fun activities. So these are all considered as a ragging. Suppose such incident, if you faced by your seniors, immediately you have to report to the if we are in the hostel, you have to report to the warden. If we are in the college, we are having the SWs, we are having the counselors, we are having the class advisors, HOD, principal, vice principal, and principal. Any authorities you can immediately report if you have that such kind of the activities have been done by any senior students. So there are several any kind of seniors. Suppose knowing seniors or unknowing seniors, or sometimes what will happen, your juniors is involving with the seniors to rag other junior students. That is also will be offense. And also if you come to know about that this is happening in the institute, so immediately you have to report to us. So that is a primary responsibility. So hope you all understood that what are the the ragging is defined. Any kind of activity seniors does to the junior, especially in the harassments or or physical harassment or mental harassment, any kind of harassments. It is not, you see, sometimes you can talk as a friendly, does not mean that, because initial stage is first 3 months, there may be some incident, because we are observed that from last year, almost 99% all the students having awareness about that. In spite of that, still we are continuing this process. Here there is no such activities, but any small incidents also you have to report to us. And even future, if you go as a seniors also, you should not involved in this such activities, because see, you have to treat your junior students as your own family members, because they are new to the institute, they are new to the atmosphere, all those things. So that is our responsibility. Suppose if any you or any students or any senior students or junior students involved in the ragging, what are the consequence or action will be taken by the institute? See, if immediately we will suspend from the institute or the college, and even suppose if you are hostel students, we will suspend from the hostel and we will keep it in the pending. Inquiry will be pending. It may be take the 3 month, 4 month, 1 year also it may go. And also institute will report to the police station for filing the FIR. That is the second aspect. Third aspects, so the incident will be reporting to the district level anti-ragging. There will be having nodal officer in the institute, and also nodal officer in the university, nodal officer in the district level also. So all will be reported this incident, because why this ragging issue is very, very serious. There was an incident happened in the last 2 months back in the Kerala. One of the student was committed suicide. So see, it was a very small incident happened because that student is not able to digest whatever the things have done by the seniors. So he committed the suicide. This was a very big issue. I hope you all know about that, some of the students. After that, again, they have taken the very serious steps on, because no student should take their life because of these incidents or because of the ragging. So, and also there were several punishment will be, and suppose if you really involved in the ragging, definitely you will be in the jail. Or if it is you are supported for the ragging. See, you are doing ragging is one aspect, and you supported for the ragging is another aspect. Definitely both also will be in the actions. Suppose you will be suspension in the attending the class or academic, and suppose if you are having the scholarship, suppose you are 90% students, you are having the some scholarship and all, definitely we will withdraw that all these scholarship facilities, and we will not give any examinations, and there may be chances of debarring the institutions. And also your code of conduct, normally when you are giving the thesis, the code of conduct also we are not giving as a good. Okay, so these are all the actions will be UGC is recommending for the ragging. So initial stage, if it is major incident happen, means definitely you will be in the jail. Then if it is, suppose if the students is having that one minor incident, means there is a chance of cancellation of admission, restrictions, and explanation of the examination aspects, and there may be a fine imposed from 25,000 to 1 lakh, and also there will be a FIR. So these are all the toll-free number of the UGC, as well as I will show you that institution having the separate contact number for anti-ragging policy also. So the later part I will show you that contact number, so you can contact immediately our institution level. So and also you can mail to us, and also you can directly interact with the faculty members or HOD. So these are all the one part as a ragging. And also there may be having the continuous session and awareness program also we will conduct here from the senior students regarding some activities also we are conducting. So the August 12 to August 18 we are celebrating as a anti-ragging day. It is celebrations that UGC has instructed that whole week we are celebrating. It is a true that any campus should be, our intention is should be student friendly. So that is a reason. So the continuous activities will be done by the faculty members, students, senior students, everybody is involved in the entire process. So this is all about the ragging aspects. Now the second comes very important aspect is the code of conduct. So our institute have a certain rules and regulations which you have to follow. One is punctuality and reporting time. See, there we are having the two campus. One is in the Balmata. Their hospitality science department is running as of now, and they're all degree programs: BCA, BBA, BCom, BSc, BA programs running in the Kuluri campus. The Kuluri campus timings starts at 9:30 and Balmata campus starts at 9 o'clock. These are the two timings which you are following, and all the students should be reported to the class 5 minutes prior to the faculties entering the classes. You should be there. So that is a one timings you have to follow. Suppose if you are late to the class, so there may be one time, two time, then we will start to penalizing you. And also we will inform your parents, and also you will lose the attendance. Because why attendance is very important is 75% attendance is mandatory for writing any examination aspects. So that maybe some other department level also they will conduct the session. So they will explain you that regarding this attendance part. So that punctuality and reporting time is very, very important. Now, second aspect is the attendance. Now, we are having the new system called LMS, Learning Management System. That is one different software, and that app will be installed in all the students' app. Might be there is IT person, they are having the separate session for this. So, and also there is a biometric attendance also. And that attendance immediately, suppose if you are not biometric that particular time, or the attendance, whatever the app they're using by the faculty, if you're absent, automatically the absentees list and absentees information will reach to your parents and you immediately. That is a one communication aspects. We will day to day, we will update you. And also regarding the dress code and uniform. See, uniform is a mandatory for, and also maybe already you have all got the uniform, I guess, as well as ID card. So these two things very, very important before entering the campus. Without uniform, without ID card, there is no entry to the college campus. And also Wednesday, we have given that blazer to everybody. Wednesday is compulsory, you have to wear the blazer for all the students, because you can wear all the days also, no issues, but Wednesday we mandatorily all the students should wear the uniform. And Friday there will be a formal color dress. You can wear the formal color dress. That is also no jeans pant, no tight t-shirt, toned jeans, t-shirt and all, no permission. Only formal dress you can wear on the Friday. And also when it comes to behavior, the conduct and behavior is very, very important. The respect to the faculty members, respect to your colleagues, means your classmates, and respect to any non-teaching or teaching staff of the institute. So when you are approaching anybody, even if it is a tender or faculty or non-teaching, you should be speak in polite manner. Understand? There is no argument. There is no indisciplined behavior with anybody. Even if you are friends also, you have to speak very politely, very nicely. So that is which represent you as in good behavior. And also very important second aspect, academic integrity. It is a very, very important, because one malpractice, already you are aware about that, what are the consequences you will face in the +2 in examinations. Here also, suppose if you are involved in any malpractice activities, there is a separate policies involved in our university. So we will not tolerate such malpractice issues. Second thing, suppose student faculty may give the any assignments topic and all. So copying from others or writing the assignment, your colleague or your cousins or your sisters or your brother, which will not entertain in. So an academic integrity is very, very important, because you are paying for certain course. That knowledge is very, very important, not by just copying or taking the degree. So knowledge is very important. Tomorrow when you go for after graduating, go for the market, your knowledge is very, very important aspect when you get the recruit in any companies. And use of the college facility, already that Narayan sir has explained about that. Some of the college facilities also, we are having the huge library, computer system, and also very important, all the students, you must try to get the laptop is mandatory. Even BCA, they have mandatory laptop, even ACC also mandatory laptop, and other students also, you try to get the laptop, because since you are having the LMS, so you can access all the study material, all those things in the classroom only itself. So you try to get the laptop for the classes. And also there may be several facilities, already sir has explained about that, sports facility, college, and all these facilities you have to optimum you have to utilize. Also the safeguard of the college facilities also very, very important. And see, the mobile phone will not be permitted in the campus. Suppose if you bought the mobile phone, you should keep in the switch off mode during the class hours. Suppose if phone is ringing, or if you are using, we come to know about that using, we will not return your mobile phone. And once you enter the campus, inside the mobile phone should be switched off mode. Understand? Suppose if you have any emergency, there is one place we have identified, that cafeteria where you can go and use the phone. But once you get out from there, that places, a campus or classroom or any corridor, you are not supposed to use the mobile phone. And there is no tolerance for the substance abuse and ragging. I explained you, substance abuse, there is a separate session from the our resource person. And next is important. See, we are not only focusing the just disciplinary actions or all those things. Our main intention is there is having one very beautiful student support system in our institute. Very importantly, academic advice. See, since all of you all have you all got the WhatsApp group, maybe everybody are there in the different WhatsApp group, which is created by the class advisors. See, first, foremost important is all the students having, or each class you are having the class advisors. So they will look after your day-to-day administrative aspects. It means your attendance, your contacting with your parents, your regular updation regarding the class timetable, all informations will be communicated by the class advisor. So they will communicate to you everything in time to time. So that each class advisor, whatever they have created, the group in the WhatsApp, kindly keep it in the top. You can, maybe you had an option of pinning that you have to keep, because all the information is very, very important. Please check, and you can easily contact with your class advisor any academic or administrative aspects. So they will help you out. And also they will interacting with your parent also, and any discipline aspects also, they are the main person, they are the first person to looking about your day-to-day activity. Second, there is another part is the course coordinator. They will help you out regarding your lesson plan. What are the courses you are having that one particular semester? See, courses means your subjects. Courses is nothing but the subject. How many subjects you are having, and each subject we are identify the course coordinator. That course coordinator will help you out regarding the lesson plan, regarding the what are the topic assignments or seminars, or all those things, how the examinations will be happen, what are the internal marks, what are the external marks. So they will guide you as a course coordinator. And also we are having that counseling service. We call it as a N Parivartan. See, students you are having in the stressful, because initial stage we know that you are coming from the different places, different mindset, a different environment. We can understand that. So we are, suppose if such cases, if you feel that okay, there may be some stressful thing, or suppose if you feel that okay, I want to express my things to somebody. So we are having that counseling center called N Parivartan. So here we are having male counselors and also female counselors. So you can interact. So they will be available throughout the day. So you can interact anytime. So we are having the separate space, and also they will not disclose your name or anything. So you can interact. You can express your mindset, feeling. So you will be relaxed mode, and don't think that nobody will be there. We will be help you out. So any problem, any issues comes, we are there. You can come and approach us. So any issues regarding your classmates or classes, or if you are not able to understand, or if you really find difficult to communication issues, all those things you can approach anytime. So we will give that some support, additional support. Like suppose if you feel like okay, my communication is very poor, I'm not able to communicate with anybody, so you can approach us. We will support you some communication training kind of thing. And also we are having that multiple Coursera courses. We will help you out how to take the Coursera course, you improve your languages. So these are all support system we are having from our institute side. And there is a concept called mentoring. So each faculty they are having that 10 or 20 students as a mentors. So mentors means they will interact once in a month or once in a 15 days. So all the academic, all those things which you are not able to express with your class advisor or subject teacher, so you can express your mentors. So they will communicate to your class advisors, or suppose if you are not able to understand the classes, or suppose if you feel that some additional support you need. So all those things, so they will help you out regarding these aspects. Now, there is suppose if you feel that, okay, some concept you are able to find difficult. So our faculty members or subject teacher, they will give additional support. You can stay back, or they will having that additional classes or tutorial class. And some concept quite difficult. So you can interact with the faculty members. So they will help you out to come up with those problems. And also, see, that after 3 years, ultimate intention is to get the job or to go for the higher education. So higher education, there is a separate support system we are having, as well as suppose some of them want to go for the job. We are having that placement cell. So we are having 5 to 6 dedicated individuals for focusing on the placements. Suppose if you have BCA robotics or BBA aviation logistics, so we are having the different tie-up with the different industries. So they will call for the job fair or campus interview or campus drive they are having. So you can participate and you can have that, you can get the job easily. As well as, so these career service, they will provide you how to attend the interview, how to face the interview, and they will give that interview skill also, and how to build up your CV, how to improve your CV skill, how to improve your communication skills, how to face the interview, how to write the interview examination. So all those trainings will be provided by these career services. So next, the very important is we are having the campus resource center, means other centers we are having. We are having that research center that completely did. Suppose if you are interested in do for the research, we are having that N-Refine Research Center that completely dedicated to that research activities also. And we are having the civil service. Suppose if you want to go for some government job or you want to attend some examinations, OKS or IS and all, we are having that separate center called civil service examination centers. And additionally, we are having some other centers also, some other clubs also, which will dedicated to perform the activities also, CAD centers, or computer related centers, robotics kind of centers. So we are having the different centers which we focused on that different activities. So if you're really interested, you can participate all those. And health service. So we are having the separate health centers. Immediately we will be taking care of that, all those things, and we have tie up with the different hospitals, and also students having the each individuals who have joined for the Anapoya, they're having that insurance also, that they will explain you some other time what are the facilities you are having. And very importantly, for quality aspects, the student feedback is very important. So you can, there is each class, there is a feedback system, each course having the feedback system. You can give the feedback about the facility, you can give the hostel, all those things. So time to time, we are ready to accept your feedback, which we can able to provide facility. Definitely we will provide you. So these are all feedback is very essential. So don't hesitate to give the feedback. Definitely we will take it as a positive, which we can possible. Definitely we will provide that. Which is not possible, we will see that we will try to give it in future days and all. But feedback is very important for any subject or subject related or academic related or administrative related. So you can easily give the feedback to the your class advisor or HOD or principal or vice principal, anybody. And also in LMS, there is a separate one folder which is created for that, to give that feedback. So timely you can give that feedback to the. And also, sir has explained about that co-curricular and extracurricular activities, which is initiated by the different clubs. So already sir has told about that NSS. So 2,100 students can participate because we are having 21 NSS units, and we are having the Red Cross and Rover Rangers and different clubs, Eco Club, Environment Club, and linguistics, that literary club. So, and also for those who are belongs to that region languages, having the that regional languages club, all those things you are having, you can participate. But our intention is all the students must participate at least one club or one association or one any activities. You should not without club or in any activity we will not leave you. You should participate at least in one. Even we are having that sports activities also, sir has explained, sports club also we are having. So you can participate. So these are all the clubs. I told you only few I mentioned here. Student council also you can take part the student council, because we are having the student council which mainly represent final years and second years, and also we are considering the first years also. So these are the clubs. Cultural, we are having many clubs also, academic and subject based clubs also, because IT club we are having, forensic club, and even commerce club, management club, different subject wise also we are having the clubs. These are the event. The time to time we are having the intercollegiate fest. You can participate in the outside the college also. You can represent our college. You can represent our university also. So many facilities we are providing. CIT club, investors club, and also this alumni association after 3 years. Then literary club. So these are the and social service also you can participate also. And then Red Cross, where you can donate donate the blood also. You can donate the things to the some orphanage. So many experiential learning aspects also we are having, industrial visit. So these are all student support systems we are having. So this is all about the code of conduct as well as the student support system and anti-ragging activities. Now, if you are having any questions, any doubt, you can please text me or inbox me, or you can ask the direct questions regarding whatever I presented.
Thank you, dear sir, for the info.
1 minute. So here I will show you. See, can you see that what the poster here down? Here that this is a, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
See here, this is the anti-ragging helpline number. So you can take down the helpline number, or you can take the screenshot of this. So this is a Yiascm number, our institute having this. Suppose not only it is ragging, even if you feel that for counseling also, or in any discipline, indiscipline, if you found in the campus, you can immediately contact this number. And there is a email also, anti-ragging Yiascm@NFOA. Suppose if you are not able to call this number, you can mail here. And we are having institute nodal officers that we have not mentioned here. This is sir has told that Pankaj Action is administrative officer. He is a nodal officer for anti-ragging also. This is his contact number. So these are all the details, and which we have. This is displayed in throughout the campus, both the campus. Okay. Yes, thank you. Go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you, dear Jeevan sir, for.
There is one question. See that regarding the link, maybe some of them they have joined, and maybe by this week, 2 days you are having the institute orientation in Deeksharambh. After that, there will be a departmental orientation. By the time everybody will get the WhatsApp group, or suppose if you're not able to give that, you are having that one Telegram group, right? So there you ask that your WhatsApp group also, definitely they will give you. And whoever not got the blazer, definitely they will help you. Okay? Fine. So you can wear the uniform on Friday also, no issues. You can wear the uniform Friday, no doubt, but that is option. That is the second options we have given, that color dress that you can wear. And also regarding other issues regarding the blazer also, you can wear every day, no issues. See that somebody has given that regarding the contact number for shoe. So please take this contact number for regarding your shoes and all. And also we will communicate you from our admission section, whatever you are mentioned in the in chat box. So definitely we will help you out. Okay. So we will consider that whatever the chat you have mentioned. So we will forward that concerned department. Fine. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Students, if anyone has any queries, you can drop your message in the chat box or raise your hands. If not, we'll continue with the next session. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for that informative session on anti-ragging and the other club activities of the college. I'm sure that all of us will be more vigilant and proactive in ensuring the well-being of the college campus.
Hi, I'm John. I'm 37, and for most of my adult life, I've struggled with mental illness. The medication I take helps most of the time. But sometimes when I'm stressed or overworked, my symptoms creep up on me, and I have to work really hard to get them under control again. But over the years, I've learned a few strategies that have helped me deal with my symptoms before they become a big problem. These tips have really helped me stay healthy and positive. First, I try to focus on the positive things in my life. I think about the family, friends, and treatment team members supporting me in my recovery journey. I know they are there to help me find solutions. If I come up with solutions instead of just focusing on the negatives, I find I feel much better. And each day, I deliberately take time to appreciate and recognize everything I am thankful for. I'll write in my journal, send my friends thank you cards, or help others. When I focus on all the good stuff in my life, I don't spend as much time thinking about the bad stuff. Next, it's really important for me to connect with others. Being around my friends and family always puts me in a better mood and helps my self-esteem. These meaningful relationships help me maintain a positive attitude, which gives me space for personal growth. It's also very important for me to stay physically fit. I try to eat a healthy diet, exercise a little each day, and get enough sleep, as directed by my physician. I always feel great after I work out, even if it's just a walk around the block. One of the hardest things for me was developing coping skills that worked for me. It was tough to learn how to respond in a healthy way to stress, sadness, criticism, and negativity. When I learned what worked for me, I was able to get back to being myself. One way I learned to cope is by writing about my negative experiences and how they made me feel. I also got professional help when I needed it. I learned to recognize the signs and symptoms that I knew were warning signs that I was not doing so well. And I found it's better to reach out for help sooner rather than later. Asking for help takes courage. And I am so glad I asked my wife to help me find a therapist. My therapist helps me in ways that my friends and family can't. Don't get me wrong, their support is also very important to me. It took me a while to start putting these strategies into play. It didn't happen overnight. I tried them one by one. Some work better for me than others, but everyone's different. So I take my medication as directed by my doctor. And when I'm feeling extra stressed, I know I have the tools to help me get back on track. Talk with your doctor, try these tips, and find the strategies that work for you.
ತುಂಬಾ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ. ಹೇ
A few years ago, I broke into my own house. I had just driven home. It was around midnight in the dead of Montreal winter. I'd been visiting my friend Jeff across town, and the thermometer on the front porch read minus 40 degrees. And don't bother asking if that's Celsius or Fahrenheit. Minus 40 is where the two scales meet. It was very cold. And as I stood on the front porch fumbling in my pockets, I found I didn't have my keys. In fact, I could see them through the window lying on the dining room table where I had left them. So I quickly ran around and tried all the other doors and windows, and they were locked tight. I thought about calling a locksmith. At least I had my cell phone, but at midnight, it could take a while for a locksmith to show up, and it was cold. I couldn't go back to my friend Jeff's house for the night because I had an early flight to Europe the next morning, and I needed to get my passport and my suitcase. So, desperate and freezing cold, I found a large rock, and I broke through the basement window, cleared out the shards of glass. I crawled through. I found a piece of cardboard and taped it up over the whole opening, figuring that in the morning on the way to the airport, I could call my contractor and ask him to fix it. This was going to be expensive, but probably no more expensive than the middle of the night locksmith. So I figured under the circumstances, I was coming out even. Now, I'm a neuroscientist by training, and I know a little bit about how the brain performs under stress. It releases cortisol, that raises your heart rate, it modulates adrenaline levels, and it clouds your thinking. So the next morning, when I woke up on too little sleep, worrying about the hole in the window and the mental note that I had to call my contractor and the freezing temperatures and the meetings I had upcoming in Europe. And, with all the cortisol in my brain, my thinking was cloudy, but I didn't know it was cloudy because my thinking was cloudy. And it wasn't until I got to the airport check-in counter that I realized I didn't have my passport. So I raced home in the snow and ice, 40 minutes, got my passport, raced back to the airport. I made it just in time, but they had given away my seat to someone else, so I got stuck in the back of the plane next to the bathrooms in a seat that wouldn't recline on an 8-hour flight.
Next, we have the third session by the guest speaker, Mr. Deepak Venugopal. Mr. Deepak is a co-founder at Calvium, an education startup looking to revolutionize computer science education. Mr. Deepak is an engineer and is an alumnus of College of Engineering, Guindy, and has a master's from Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, New Delhi. He brings around 2 decades of industry experience across various sectors, including automotive, retail, service, and F&B industries. Prior to founding Calvium, he headed marketing for KFC in the Greater Asia region. He would like to have boundless curiosity as his superpower, and besides education, has a keen interest in mythology, philosophy, fitness, food, and Formula One. His latest endeavor, Calvium, is revolutionizing university education by prioritizing real-world experiences to make learning more meaningful and beneficial for students. Calvium has garnered substantial backing from influential figures in the tech industry, including unicorn founders and senior executives from Google and Microsoft. Through his work, Mr. Deepak aims to enhance the relevance of technology education across all his endeavors, nurturing future leaders for India. Today, he will be speaking to us on the topic, how to make the most of your time at Yiascm and set yourself up for a great career. Now I invite Deepak sir to take over the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And extremely honored. It's my pleasure to be here today, able to speak to all these students and be of some contribution there. So thank you so much for this opportunity from Yiascm. Really grateful for that, and super excited to meet you all, students. Great. So I guess we are online. There are a few students with us today, and I'm here to talk. It'll be great if it can be a little interactive as well. So if you guys can hear me clearly, I would just want you guys to click the emoji buttons and show me something, thumbs up or something. Awesome. All right. Great. There we are. So awesome. I've even though it's been more than 2 decades, almost 3 decades now, that since I have 2.5 decades since I have finished school and joined college, it's still, I remember the first day so clearly, entering college and finishing 12th. In fact, more than entering college, finishing 12th was such a big deal for me because we all have made, at least I don't know how things have changed today, but during my time also, and my parents and all of that, 12th was such a big deal, right? And I was told that 12th board exams, it's such an important time of your life. All of you have felt that? You've been told sometime in the last 1 or 2 years that 12th standard board exams, just clear that, get into a good college, life is set. If any of you have heard that, you can give me a thumbs up. If nobody has heard that, then you can say, no, we were never told these things. Great. Exactly, right? All of us have been told that, it's board exams. You just have to get that once, get into a good college, life is set. I was also told the same thing. After 25 years after that event happened, I'm here to tell you something very interesting. To start with, that, guys, you will never arrive. It is not. Because now, once you've gotten into college, it's going to be just work hard for 4 years, get into a good placement, life is set, right? Because once I got into college, that was what was told. I was into engineering as well. And people told, okay, you've gotten into engineering. This is just the start. Just finish engineering, do well, get a good job, get a good placement, life is set. I said, oh, great. Okay, let's try. Once I got into a job, I realized that at job also there is like, just work hard till you get confirmed. After your probation period, life is set. Then I get into my master's, again, the whole story, just get a master's, life is set. Just get into this, life is set. Just get the next promotion, life is set. Let me tell you one thing. You are never going to arrive. Life is never going to be set, right? There is always the next thing to go forward to. There is always the next thing to look forward to. So this is the reality. This is the reality. So now that you're all here, congratulations, welcome. You are in a great place. You're in the best place possible. But from here, you have to look forward to what to do next, right? Like you have gotten a good head start. Now you're somewhere there. Now from here, it's the most important part from here on is that how do I get to the next place, right? So with that start, let me tell you what I have learned. I have learned, like I'm going to give you like 4 things about what you can do to make the most of your time at Yenapoya. Right. So before we get into those 4 things, now that life is never set, what people generally do is, because it's so stressful, and probably you've all gone through this whole grind of board exam preparation, working hard, and family sacrificing for you, not going anywhere on vacation so that you can study harder and all of that. What we start doing from here on, and this is a mistake very easy to make, is we start mistaking comfort for happiness. Right. So what I mean by that is, if today you had a choice, like for example, if you had to finish a lot of physics, right? Physics or chemistry, pick a tough subject of your choice, or maths or differential equations or whatever it is. Would you prefer going through a lot of coursework, doing hard problems, scratching, not getting it right, and all of that, versus say, binge watch reels on Instagram, or play a video games, or order food and eat, and Netflix and chill, or just hang out with friends? What would you choose? What is more comfortable to do? Obviously, right? Instagram reels, chilling out with friends, playing video games. These are all binge watching Netflix. These are the things that you would want to do because these are comfortable, right? And the other one is hard. It is difficult. It takes time. It takes a lot of effort. And we are tuned to prefer comfortable things over hard things. And we think comfortable things equal to happiness. It may seem like that today because that's what it seems like, because you've gone through this whole ride thinking that, okay, if I just come here, then I've arrived and then things are going to be comfortable. Now that you know that you're never going to arrive, you're always going to have something more to achieve. One big mistake that people can make is mistaking comfort equal to happiness. And trust me, that is not true. It is not going to make you happy. Comfort never made anybody happy. Actually, it's quite the opposite. And I'll give you with a small example. It is always like, it seems difficult before it gets easy. So let me give you a simple example. Some few years back, I used to be much, on a whim, I decided to run the half marathon. So a lot of people told me that, the best way to test your fitness is, can you run a marathon? Can you run a half marathon? I had never run more than like 3-4 kilometers ever in my life. So I said, okay, on a whim, I decided, okay, this year I'm going to run the half marathon. So there used to be this, there still is, called this Mumbai Marathon, which happens in January every year. Those days it used to be called the Standard Chartered Mumbai Marathon. So I signed up for the half marathon around 3 months before that. And I said, okay, in 3 months, I'm going to get so fit that I can run half marathon. And initially I couldn't do anything. The first time I actually ran a half marathon, it took me like 4 hours. It was so tiring. I was walking, running and all of that. And I decided, okay, I have to start making time. I have to start getting better. I have to finish this in good time. So when I started doing it, I trained for it for over 3-4 months. Would you believe that the most time I made, like the betterment in the timing, happened in the first 2 weeks. So I signed up with a coach, and then he said, okay, let's go, let's start running. And 50% of my improvement happened in the first 2 weeks. After that, the remaining 3 months, is where I had the remaining 50% improvement. So quickly I could improve so quickly in the first 2 weeks. And the reason for that, the reason why I could gain so much quickly was just tuning myself, because I had never run like that. I had never exerted myself. I always would avoid such situations. But the moment I said, okay, it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to push yourself. It's okay to feel tired, and let me see how much I can do. And the moment I started pushing myself, I realized I could do so much more. So what I'm trying to say here is, guys, when we mistake comfort for happiness, we don't even know what our limits are. So the moment you get okay with being uncomfortable, you can start knowing where your limit is, and you will realize things are actually not as hard as they seem. They're actually much easier. We imagine things to be very hard. So from that point of view, coming back to Yanapoya and coming back to your first day and how do you look forward to the next 3, 4, 5 years at college, I would say the first advice I would give is do hard things, right? So pick things which are harder to do. Always choose something which is more difficult to do, because comfort is not happiness. And if you make a habit of mistaking comfort for happiness, then you will start suffering. So let's start with that. First thing, do the hard things. So if you're into classes and a subject feels tougher, go for it. If you feel that, hey, if somebody calls you for an extracurricular activity, and there are two options. One, you have done that many times, something that is completely new for you and it seems hard. Pick the one that is harder. Always pick thing that you feel is harder, and that is where you will really, really explore and find your limits. So typically in exams till 12th standard, we are taught that, take the easy questions first, answer the easy questions, and then quickly finish them. Don't pick the hard questions. Yes, that worked till 12th standard. That works when you're giving an exam. But in the real world, the more you pick up hard things, the more you pick up things that are difficult versus easy, the more you learn about yourself. So I would always say, please pick up what seems difficult, right? It's counterintuitive, but trust me, it'll work for you the most, right? So number one thing that I would like to tell you folks is do the hard things, right? Okay, so picking hard over easy, got it. What should I do next, right? The second thing I would say is do your thing. Okay, what do you mean by do your thing? Okay, what I mean by that is, let me go back to why I joined college, right? When I joined college, back in those days, today you have so many opportunities. You have so many courses. Back in the day, when you wanted, if you had like just 2-3 things, you could get into medical, you could get into engineering, you could get into BCom, CA, and business studies, but there were not so many courses, not so many options. So you had to just pick whatever everybody was doing. And I was also brought up like that. Hey, if everybody is choosing it, it must be a good thing. Let us just choose that as well. That's how I got into engineering. And I was interested in subjects. I was always interested in science. I wish I was more curious, but I was always curious. So I picked that up. But then I realized into engineering that it is not necessarily my thing, right? I realized that I was actually a storyteller. I was more interested in telling stories and all of that kind of stuff, and selling and talking and marketing, and those are the things that I was interested in. Now, why I'm saying that is, somewhere down the line when I was doing well and I was doing hard things and all of that, I realized that if it was my thing, if it was something that I was truly enthusiastic about, I could have put in more work. I would put in more effort. It doesn't even seem like a difficult thing. The effort seems joyful, right? So the moment you pick your thing, all the effort that we spoke about, doing the hard things seem like an easy decision to make. It'll be easier to do those things. Those hard efforts would be more joyful, and you will always learn better. You'll do things with a lot more enthusiasm. So how do I apply that in if I knew this, how do I apply that in my time at college? The way I would do that is looking for things that you really enjoy doing. Pick up those things that you want to do. If you're learning a subject, pick up a part where you can use it to do something that you are interested in. So if you're learning, for example, if you're learning programming and you like to create websites about something, do that to take what you learn in the class to apply to what you are doing, what you love doing, something that you are interested in. So do your thing. Try to twist it into a way that makes more sense to you. What is your flavor that you can add? So there's always a standard thing that will be taught to you, but it's up to you to take it and make it into your flavor. How can I use it to benefit myself? How can I use it to fit into what I like, what I am passionate about? And always look at doing your thing, right? So that's the second thing that I would like to say. So number one thing is do the hard thing. Always choose something that is more difficult than what is easy. The second thing is do your thing. Find things that don't do it because your friends are doing it or somebody else told you to. Do it because you like to do it. Find what is interesting, what is unique that you find interesting about it, and try to explore those facets. Right? So do hard thing, do your thing. The third thing that I would say is again, this is a little counterintuitive. All this while in school, we have been taught not to make mistakes, right? The way you can crack a great board exam is not make mistakes, right? So, and that is what we all practice, isn't it? We all practice saying, we practice exams, we practice mock tests, mock interviews, mock this, mock that, so that we learn what is a mistake and don't make those mistakes, right? So we are trained to look out for issues and never make those mistakes again. Always do it correctly, right? So that is great. That is great advice again till you finish your 12th. But if you want to make the most of college, I would say, please make mistakes. Okay. Let me clarify that also, because I know I'm sitting here with many other people from your teachers and, hey, what do you mean by make mistakes? By make mistakes, I don't mean, deliberately make some silly mistakes in a question or on a test paper. That is not what I mean. What I mean by making mistakes is it is okay to get things wrong, but try something new so that it is okay to make mistakes. If you're scared that, hey, by doing something, hey, should I say, for example, you are getting into college now and you probably are getting into some extracurricular activity, right? And if you think, hey, is it a mistake? Is it a mistake to try something different? What if it doesn't work? What if I make a mistake in trying something different? It is completely okay to make mistakes. In fact, welcome them. The more mistakes you make, the more you will learn here, right? So it is okay to make mistakes, right? So that is what I'm trying to say. So the third thing is it is okay to make mistakes. Right. I'll tell you again why I'm saying that. Generally, when we are tuned to not making mistakes, we stop taking risks, we stop taking chances, we stop exploring new things to do. Right. So what happens is that stops our learning process. That completely limits our learning. Then we get comfortable within a small circle of things that we're happy doing, and we don't go beyond that comfort zone. Now, that is where then what happens after a point of time, you keep constricting and limiting yourself to things that you're comfortable with, the things that you're sure you will get right, and you never explore the better side of yourself. So do not worry about, hey, what will happen? What will others say if I try something? What will others say if I tried something else? If I say you want to apply for an internship while you're studying, and your friends say, hey, why do you want to do this? What if you make a mistake there? What if you did something wrong and they get angry with you? It's okay. That's fine. Only when you do it, you will know what will happen. And when you make a mistake, own it up. Own up the mistake. Be okay with that, and make sure that you find something that will help you not repeat it again. But then go forward and taking chances in making the next mistake. So it is completely okay to make mistakes. Learn to make new mistakes in the next 4 years. So it could be selecting elective subjects that you think may be very difficult. What if I made a mistake by selecting an elective subject and realized I didn't get good marks? That is fine. What if you realize that this is fantastic, this is so interesting, and I want to make it my career? That is great, right? So be okay with making mistakes so that you take little more risks than you usually have done. So in the 12 years, we are so tuned to not taking chances, not going beyond and exploring new things, that can become kind of a limiting thing and stopping you from enjoying your college life the most, right? So take those risks. Be okay to make mistakes. Learning to talk to. I think a lot of students, when they get into college, are also very shy. They feel that, hey, what if I went and said hello to this person Will they mistake me? Will they think that I'm being too friendly? And what if they're not interested in the things that I am interested in? What if something else? It is okay. What is the worst that can happen, right? But what is the best that can happen? That is going to be great. You found great new friendships. You find new bonds. You find future business partners, future people who are going to help you in your career, in your work, in creating new things in the world. So always go about and start doing that. It is okay to make mistakes, right? So the moment you are okay to make mistakes, you will find yourself doing a lot more interesting things, right? So go with that. Obviously, you will have to have a limit where you will not make things which are obviously wrong, but it is okay to make mistakes, right? You don't have to be always correct. So go about and try finding those things, right? So that is the third thing. So again, rewinding back, first thing is do hard things. Don't settle for easy things. The second thing is to do your thing. Try new things. Try things that are interesting to you. Don't shy back from that, and don't worry about making mistakes. So I'm going to say, please try to make mistakes in finding your thing. Okay. These three things are done. What is the fourth thing that I think would help you make the most of your time at Yenapoya? That would be, and not just Yenapoya, in your college life, is that you will always find. So all this while you have learned that you learned something called syllabus and curriculum, right? So if you look at, say, for example, when you had your 12th standard exam, there is very clearly a syllabus. Right, and there are books and there are this, and you know that all the questions will come from the curriculum, right? It will come from the syllabus. It may be twisted, it may be difficult, it may be something, but it is always going to come from the prescribed syllabus, right? For most part, even in college also, you will have a prescribed syllabus for each subjects, and generally your exams and tests and all are generally out of your syllabus. But if I tell you about life, after 4 years, your future is completely out of syllabus, right? It is going to be something that you have never planned for, right? Whatever happens, right? Once you cross college, once you get out in the real world, once you go join a job, start having a family, starting a business, then you start doing things, you'll see the real world does not come with a set curriculum. There is no fixed curriculum, fixed things in there are so, and it is going to be completely out of syllabus, right? So how do you navigate a world which is completely out of syllabus? There is no index, there is no curriculum, there is no syllabus, there is no prescribed test book to go and find those things, right? For that, you need somebody to guide you in the journey, right? You definitely have friends. You have to make those relationships and bonds in your college, in your class, where you can have very, very trustable people that you can always get your count with those people. You will have some lasting friends, lasting relationships that you will form in college, which is great, which is a great thing. But along with that, also look to find a mentor. This mentor could be your professor, your course coordinator, somebody who takes the favorite subject of yours. But find a senior person also. So it's always comfortable to connect and be with the people in your age group. But it is also good to have somebody who is a little more experienced in life, and find a good mentor to whom you can actually share your things. You share your concerns, share your problems, share your fears, share your anxiety, share what you find joy, and ask them for guidance in this journey, right? So it is important to find those people. So if you're very shy, again, going backwards, if you're shy about making a mistake, if you're shy about doing difficult things, you will never find these mentors. So once you get across these 3 steps, the 4th step is finding a mentor, finding a guide in your journey from here on, right? That person can also be from your family. But generally, if you find a mentor who is not a part of your family, somebody from your college life, that is very helpful, because they can give you dispassionate advice, right? They can actually see you for who you are and guide you better in the world. So Also, I'm not sure how many of you would have parents who are also working in the same field. So, like, if you've chosen a subject for college, I'm not sure if your parents also have been in the same field, if they can guide you in that. So, you may not get parents in the same field, or family, friends, or relatives in the same field. So, find somebody in the same field of yours who can mentor you. Right. So, what you're interested in, find people there, find seniors, find professors, senior people in your college life who can mentor you on the things that you are interested in. And these are the people who are going to take you through the life where things are going to be out of syllabus. There are many things, the real enjoyable things in life probably are out of syllabus. So find them and cultivate those relationships, build them, pay attention to them, spend more time with those people. Don't be lost in a virtual world too much, right? I know it's very interesting we feel that we are engaging and connecting with friends when we like their reels and posts, but real world face-to-face interactions are way more valuable, right? Much more enjoyable. So find them and cultivate those relationships. That will help you navigate the world ahead. So with that thing, let's go back to the 4 things that we were discussing, right? How do I make the most of college life? If I have to just do a quick recap, the number 1 thing is do not mistake comfort for happiness, right? Do things which are uncomfortable. Push yourself out of the comfort zone, because comfort is not happiness. And the moment you push yourself outside your comfort zone, you will realize how much potential you have, how much more things you can do, how much better things you can do. So that is the most important thing, number 1. So which means you should do things which seem hard than which seem easy, right? So that's number 1. That way you can explore a lot. You can win. You can go and do things, big things in the world. The second thing is do something which is hello. So second thing is do things which are, so number 1 is do things which are hard. Second, do your thing. Do hard things. Second thing is do your things. Do things that you're truly passionate about, things that you love to do, you would like to explore. Bring your own individuality to the things that you learn. So you'll come across so many new things in the world, in college life, right from in your classes, around your classes, everywhere. So find things that truly resonate with you and bring your own perspective to those things. Do your thing. Third thing is it's completely okay to make mistakes, right? In fact, make new mistakes. Every week, see what new mistake can I make? What new thing can I try? It is okay to make mistakes. Real mistakes where there is a risk involved in getting things wrong. That is where you truly learn things, and you have to start taking risks early in life, right? So be okay with making mistakes. That's how you learn most things. Don't be worried about that. And finally, find a good mentor. Find great relationships, friendships, and find a mentor who can take you through life where things are mostly out of syllabus, right? So this is largely what I thought I would talk to you guys about. What we can do from here on is probably is there an opportunity to have question answers? I'll be very happy to do that as well. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box or in the in-call messages. Happy to discuss about that. Does that work?
Yes, sir. Students, any questions are there from your end? Please in the chat box, students, if any questions are there. Or you can raise your hand so that we can Yes, sir. No questions from the students end.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
So thank you, Mr. for enlightening students with your insightful session of
Thank you so
setting
much.
for a successful career. Your insights and practical advice have clear direction and renewed motivation. With this, we come to an end of Deeksharam Day 1. I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to all the guest speakers who have spent their precious time with us this morning, engaging us in interesting sessions. Special thanks to patiently coordinating throughout all the sessions, and Mr. Kaushik for being a technician for the day. Last but not the least, I thank everyone for being ardent listeners the entire morning. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much. And before we sign off, God bless all of you and wish you all a fantastic 4 years of college life and a great career and life ahead. Thank you so much and God bless you.
Yes, students, already your attendance link has been shared to you all in the chat box. Please provide your attendance as well as the feedback. We are more keen into the feedback, so please provide your feedback as well. And those who are watching in YouTube, in the description box, we'll share you the attendance link, the feedback as well. Please give your valuable feedback through that link. And thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you again. Goodbye. Good day.